Hi guys, this is Stacy back with Yellow Cottage Soapery, and I'm going to be making a small Christmas soap. I wasn't going to make any more, but I had a request for Bayberry, and I happen to have the fragrance oil, so I just decided to go ahead and make a small batch of it. Put my goggles on, and I'm going to go. I didn't want to do the traditional green and red, but Bayberry, I felt like I needed to do that. So I'm going to go with a pine mica, and I made some little melt and pour cubes and some curls. I also have a lighter green color that I did the same thing, and I have red, and I have a whitish sparkly mica that I did the same thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the cubes or the curls or a little of both. I'll decide once I'm ready to decorate the top. Okay, so I got all my additives in here. Go ahead and add my lye solution. Okay, as far as design goes, I'm really going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with a white base and tiny bit of red and a tiny bit of the two greens. Not much at all. Just enough to give it some color inside, but I don't want to use a lot of the red, so I figured I would just do a little bit of each of those colors. And I'm not going to put any on the top, so I don't need extra for that. So now this green is Let Us Entertain You from Mad Oils. Oops, I just threw a bunch of it on the table. It's a really pretty green. It reminds me of like celery or like a melon. And I mix that with pine mica from Be Scented. And then this portion is going to be white. Hopefully I mixed enough up. If not, I really do want like a really pretty bright white, because I think it'll show off the colors more. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of this. Alright, there we go again. Issues with that. I used to just, when I didn't care if it thickened up, I would just go ahead and put my oil soluble in here. That was kind of a lot, but I have never had problems with it mixing in or bleeding or clumping or anything. It's hard not to incorporate bubbles when you only have a small amount that you're mixing. Go ahead and add a little bit more pine mica to this, a little bit darker green. I still want it a little bit darker. Oh, that's better. Now, I don't know if any of you watched my other video where I made the peppermint, I think I called it purely peppermint soap. It was red and white, and it was the first time I used my tomato red colorant. And I said I would let you know if it bled or anything like that. Well, I have tried it. It's almost finished curing, and washing my hands, I got no red on my hands at all. But then when I had a washcloth, it did have a little bit of red on it when I rubbed it against the soap, but it did come out in the water when the water was red. I just wanted to let you know that because I said I would give you an update on that. Okay. I was a little worried because when I went back and was editing the video, I was like, holy cow, I did add quite a bit. But I guess when it's coming out of that little hole in the bottle, it's really not that much. So yeah, I didn't really have a lot of problems with bleeding or anything like that. So I'm just going to do a tad bit more and just mix it in by hand. Just because I don't want it to go pink on me. Okay. And go ahead and pour in my fragrance, and we'll get pouring. Now, I think this might have said it accelerates a little bit. Hopefully you can see. I like it when my white, or when unless I'm doing like something that needs a really fine swirl. Look how yellow that turns. I like it nice and thick and creamy like this, and not as runny, unless I'm doing a design where I need runny. That's why I've always been okay with adding my titanium dioxide like that. I know you have to mix it more, but when I pre-mix my titanium dioxide, I keep with water or whatever, I'm finding that I am having glycerin rivers, and I even do water discount. So I always feel like do what works, and it's not going to be the same for everybody. And I've never watched a video where anybody adds their titanium dioxide not mixed, but if that's what works for me, and my soap comes out fine with no clumps and no issues, then why am I stressing about it and trying to change it? That's the conclusion I have come to. Look at how pretty that red is. I love it. I said on the other video that I would marry that red because it was so pretty. And that red is definitely marryable, if that is a word. Alright, let's get pouring. No more chit-chat. This is when I usually speed the video up because I concentrate and I don't talk as much when I'm pouring. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like you just went out to the tree farm and you cut a tree down and you're bringing it in the house. It smells so good. It's like a combination of fir and balsam and cedar, but it has notes of cinnamon, or not cinnamon, ginger and nutmeg. It is delightful. And then I'm going to save the rest of the white for the top because I'm going to put the colored on there. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and finish. Back the next day to cut the Bayberry soap that I made. This is what it turned out like. Go ahead and cut it. This cutter is not actually supposed to be used to cut any kind of melt and pour, but I just try to go slow if I have a small in bed. There, I don't know, there's like a little hole right there. It's very weird. There's the top. It's like an air pocket. I guess I didn't get smacked out. Well, I think the colors turned out pretty. I'm glad I only went with a little bit. There's the other end of the little air pocket, but they smell really good. I like the swirl. And the last bar. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.